You said before that you got into food and started Growing Power, your food innovation and producing company, to eliminate world hunger. Now that you've reached such a successful and productive point in your career for your company, both you and your company, how do you envision yourself reaching that goal today?
Well, what I said was our goal should be to end world hunger. Is it going to happen in my lifetime? Probably not. Surely not. But that's something that we should have as a goal. And the work that we do to make sure that people have access to food uh, is important. And to develop the infrastructure and the systems to be able to do that, and to get people engaged all over the world to be able to do that on a local level. Because I think it has to happen in more of an integrated level than it is today. Most of our food comes from industrial food system, which has led to a lot of hunger. The disparities of how our food is, how our food is distributed is really a problem. So I think the only way to really make sure that you have enough food is the best case scenario, of course, is to grow it in your backyard or side yard. And I think in small villages around the world, that's something that needs to happen. Because if you're going to sit around and wait for the UN or some other entity to bring food into your life, you may not get it. So that's our approach, is to really remove some of the barriers that people have to growing food, and get back to those days when people did grow their own food inside our states, inside our cities, really all over the world. So it's important for us to be working on that and to dismantle some of the systems that don't work.
What do you make of the situation of mainstream food in places like Metro or Loblaws in North America, and how it's a problem, and do you have any ideas on a way to right that?
That problem is what I spoke about earlier. I think food that's out there today, about 99% of the food, say take a city like Milwaukee, where we're from, is brought in from outside, travels more than 1,500 miles away. So that's the situation, and then a lot of times that food is 10 days old before we get it into our bellies. So developing a local food system will solve a lot of problems, not only with our health, but job creation. If we're able to develop a system that provides food, it means that we're going to be able to create a lot of jobs that we badly need in our communities. And the money stays in the local community. Most of the money most of the food that's sold at major grocery stores, that money goes back to those areas where the food is produced, or only about 14 cents. It used to be 10 cents of the funds actually go to the farmers. So the middle people really make the money in the system. So we need to make sure the producers get a larger share of the money. And the only way to do that is to eliminate some of the middle costs, so that the money goes directly to those producers, and the local food system does that.
As a final question, I read your book, and I read how in 1983 you were shaving and you felt a bump on your neck, and it turned out to be a sort of cancer, and you have problems with your knee. And I want to ask how they've affected you, and how you tried to continue with your business, and if they have or have not negatively or positively affected you.
From a standpoint, not very much, but it also, from a just mental standpoint, you want to make sure that every day you have on, just a reminder that every day you have on earth, you want to do something positive and bring give something back, because we've all been given some help along the way, regardless of, a lot of people think nobody's ever done anything for me, but somebody along the way has done something for you. And this is a way of giving back, and this is what we should be doing, especially now that I'm an elder, to be able to pass on what I've learned to the next generation. So that's kind of my thing right now, is to, and I mentioned that yesterday at my talk, is for us to be able to, as seniors, to pass on what we've learned to the next generation, to your generation, for you guys to really build on and make, every generation should be able to advance the work and make it more meaningful. So hopefully that happens.